Hi everybody, and welcome to our fourth Sports Awards evening and our second and hopefully last virtual one. Now, obviously there's not been as much sport as we would have liked this year and nowhere near the amount of sport that we would as a school normally commit to. And we're really hopeful that come September those sporting opportunities for the children that are still here can pick up again. We still wanted to do, though, a little awards evening to mark the end of their time here for Year 6s and to present some awards still. There's not as many as usual, obviously, but there are still some that we wanted to present. A couple of thank yous, first of all, and a couple of mentions. Firstly, to the Year 6 Sports Ambassadors, who, again, it's not been a great year to be one, to be honest. They normally work with younger children down school and get involved with lots of opportunities themselves, help me with lots of things that unfortunately we've not been able to do. They all produced a fantastic application, which you can see in the sports magazine that you'll get a copy of in the next few days. And they were so good that everybody that applied was allowed to be a sports ambassador this year. Although it's been a little bit quiet, they've still done a couple of things around school to help out with sports. So first of all, the girls, I don't want to miss anyone off because there are 11 people here altogether. So Sasha, we've had Sasha Ratcliffe, we've had Emily, we've had Elsie, we have had Holly Nichols and Fen as well. So thank you to you 5 girls. And we've also had the following boys here as sports ambassadors this year. So thank you for your help as well. And that was Zach, Jack, Archie, Luke, Charlie, Adam and James. So thank you to those 7 boys who've also helped out as sports ambassadors this year. So I'm sorry, children, we've not been able to do as much as we normally would do in that role. I know you understand why. And hopefully next year you'll be able to continue all your sport at St. Peter's. So thank you to those children. Obviously, we've had the chance to enter a couple of virtual awards, virtual events this year, courtesy of Kathy Robinson, our school games organiser. So thank you to her for keeping us up to date with what was available. And we have also managed as well, not particularly events as such, but we've also done a lot of after-school clubs, extracurricular things for most year groups across school. After school clubs such as cross country, multi-skilled in the infants, netball, football. We've had a few things restarting again, which is great. And again, hopefully come September, we can get most of what we would normally do back up and running again. And thank you to the staff that have done those clubs and got them back up and running again. So there we go, a few little thank yous, but let's head on now with some awards that we can present for the end of year to our Year 6s. So here we go. So starting with Year 6 football, obviously we've only played a few little friendly games against Newfold this year. And at the time of me recording this, played 1 game away and lost a very narrow game 3-2. And as I say, at the time of recording this, the home leg of those friendlies hasn't been played yet, but hopefully that went the way of Year 6 this time after a very tight game earlier in the year. I've really enjoyed working with this team since Year 3, where we've been to some tournaments in Year 3 and Year 4. And then I know they've had their league and cup opportunities in Year 5 as well before March. A very talented team, a very good attitude within everybody in the team. And one of my standout memories of this Year 6 team was going to the Manchester United Academy, a really exciting trip for us in Year 4. And I've obviously got to base the award for the Player of the Year on a few years' worth of football, really. So thinking back to that time, somebody that, through a lot of hard work and dedication, had broken into what was at the time the Year 4 team and had an unbelievable couple of tournaments there at Manchester United, carried that on into Year 5, and showed that he was a very, very high quality, very calm player in the midfield, and one that played with a great attitude and a great determination. I've really enjoyed working with this boy all the way through school. So the Year 6 Footballer of the Year, a very hard choice, but somebody does just edge it, and that Player of the Season is Jack Kirk. So Jack, well done to you. Here is a little sneak preview of the sort of trophy that you will be getting, and I'll come and present that to you in school later in the week. So Jack, well done. Jack Kirk is the Year 6 Football Player of the Year. As I say, there could have been lots and lots of winners, and that's been based on the whole time really for this year sixes at St James's. So Jack, a really good few years playing for the football team. I'm sorry we've not had as many games as we would have liked to have done, but Jack, a very well deserved award for you. Good lad, well done. Now, what's really pleased me this year about the Year 6 football is we've had a real big group of girls coming to the football training sessions this year, which is fantastic. There's been a real uptake in interest and publicising of girls' football, particularly since the World Cup a few years ago, which has been brilliant. And this year has been the first year where we've really seen through Year 5 and Year 6 a good group of girls coming through in terms of numbers and showing a real interest, which is fantastic. And because of that, last year, and again, I don't want this evening to sound too, this video to sound too negative, really, but last year we had hopes to launch a Year 5 Girls League, and we were just about to press play on doing that when we closed last year. So it is something, I know for Year 6 it's not much good to you, but it is something that we're going to be doing with some local schools next year, hopefully, along with Newfold and Holgate and Lamberhead, is to start the first ever WOW's Girls Football League, which Miss Chisnell, when she was here, was implementing. That will start next year. Year 6 this year, we've managed to play a couple of friendly games. You've had your own little sort of sessions in training as well. They played a fantastic game up at Newfold a few weeks ago, and I've been really impressed with this little group of girls who, to be honest, would have made a really, really good little football team. They've been fantastic. They've shown a great attitude as well as some great knowledge and skill when playing football. So again, apologies. I know you know why that we've not been able to launch that league this year. If you're in Year 5 and below, hopefully that's something we can be doing next year. But I have picked a player of the season for the girls' football because they have had a couple of matches, as I say, and there's been this group of girls that have come through the football training over the last couple of years. So the girl I'm choosing, again, a very hard choice, but the girl I'm choosing for her great attitude, for her great determination, for her ability to defend fantastically on the football pitch and really get stuck in, whether it's with boys or girls, bigger or smaller than her, she really just cracks on with it, doesn't show any fear, and is a real role model to any other girls wanting to play football. So I have chosen as the Year 6 Girls Football Player of the Year, sneak preview of your trophy, Sasha Ratcliffe. Sasha, well done, thoroughly deserved, and I really hope you carry on with your football in Year 7 and beyond. Well done, Sasha. So the Year 5 football team next, and again, fingers crossed, it's looking good. We can get the football leagues and football cup competitions restarted again in September or soon afterwards. It'd be great to get back to doing those for you, Year 5. You've obviously had a few tournaments in your time in Year 3 and Year 4, and you've played a couple of games against Newfold recently, winning a draw and a loss. I think that's one of each in the 3 games Year 5 have played this year so far. So a quite even spread of results there against Newfold. Some great moments in those games, some fantastic football being played by a really talented, but at the same time, lovely bunch of people to spend some time with after school or on a day out somewhere. So hopefully that can continue again come September. Again, good moments, as I say, from those games. Particularly remember Zach, for example, a long-range screamer, as he called it, from way out at Newfold. That was really, really good. And a lot of people breaking into the Year 5 team and coming to training for the first time and showing that they can get stuck in, show a great attitude, and break into a team and be given a chance to play in the game. So well done to anyone who's done that this year. For a Player of the Year, though, which I am going to award, we're going to look at the other end of the pitch to somebody that would be hitting in long-range shots. And at the back of every football team, right at the back, you need a really good, confident goalkeeper. And Year 5 have certainly got a couple of those. And I'm going to choose one of those goalkeepers for the Player of the Season who's made some unbelievable saves each time he's represented the team. And on one occasion against Newfold a few weeks ago, certainly kept his team in the game. He was very, very busy and pulled off a string of unbelievably good saves. Somebody who just quietly gets on about his work. He doesn't shout and scream about it. He just turns up and does it and goes again. Very, very well respected by his friends in terms of sports and football, because he does have some fantastic ability, but he keeps very quiet about it, keeps himself to himself. So well done. you've probably guessed, but the player of the season for the Year 5 football team is Alexander Johnston. So, Alexander, well done. Your trophy I'll present to you later in the week. Good lad, well done.
So it's time for the Year 6 Netball Award. So unfortunately this year we've not managed to get as many games in as we would have liked to, like the normal league, but you have all worked really hard in your netball training sessions, and our one game that we managed to get against Newfold. It was a tough start to that game that we played, but you all persevered and tried really hard. You've all shown great teamwork and resilience in our training sessions. You've worked hard on your footwork and your passing skills. So this year, the player of the year for the hard work and determination, super shooting, is Thomas. So well done to Thomas. And I hope you all continue with your netball at St. Peter's and any other schools. So good luck, everybody.
So we're at the time of the awards now, where we come to what is the most difficult decision that we make as a staff come the end of the year, and we pick our sports personality of the years for Year 6s. Now, as I've touched on a couple of times already in this video, this has got to be taken this year over a couple of years. It would be unfair to either not award anything at all or to do it just based on Year 6. So it is for Year 6s as ever, but it will more sort of count for all of their time here at St James, if that makes sense. The boy winner, again, very, very hard to choose. It could be so many people. And you'll be familiar, I think, with the sports personality, the real one, if you like, that happens just before Christmas every year. And yes, it's looking at people who have achieved a lot, who have won whatever in their particular sport, but also have shown a great attitude along the way. You can be really good at sport, but you can have the wrong attitude, can't you? You might not be the strongest at sport, but you can have a phenomenal attitude. So this person combines both of those. Very talented sportsman, but also has a lovely, phenomenal attitude, and is a lovely lad aside from sport as well. Somebody who I think every single club that we have put on, this person has attended and has shown through doing that that he'll give anything a go, and has really ignited. He's already got a love of sport, but has ignited a love of different sports as he's gone along. So this year, he's been to netball, football, and cross country, which are the three main things we've been able to offer for Year 6 this year. And prior to that, anything else, he's been there. And he is selected for a lot of teams, not only for his ability, but also for his fantastic efforts, determination, and unbelievably good attitude. A really worthy winner. As I say, it could be so many people, to be honest, but this lad does stand out. We do keep these very special and try and award one. But we are going to award this Year 6 Sports Personality Boy of the Year this year to a very well-deserved winner in Zach McMullen. So Zach, well done. You really, really deserve this. I'm really going to miss you when you go to high school next year. Sneak preview of your trophy, Zach. I'll come and present this to you later in the week. Good lad. Well done, Zach. Really well deserved. The last part of this video then is the Girls Sports Personality of the Year award. Now, I fully realise what I've just said in the Boys Award, but we do try and keep this normally to one person to keep it very special. And we do try and do that a lot here, where any award, any presentation should really feel special when you earn it. You may remember last year with the boys, we picked two boys because as a staff, we really just couldn't split them at all. We're doing the same with the girls this year, which in a way we don't like doing. But for these two girls, I really hope that this still means a lot to them and is still very, very special. But again, it was two girls that we just couldn't really split. So there are two separate awards. The first one goes to somebody who has, I would say, one of the best attitudes I've ever come across on a sporting field. Bags of talent and ability, but will also be the first person getting equipment out for a teacher before the session starts. Will be the last person off the field because they're helping to put it away. Has the most impeccable manners and show of sporting behaviour, and is really somebody that I know a lot of the other girls in school look up to as somebody who has achieved a lot in terms of sports, and who would have achieved a lot more had we had a normal year. And somebody that I will miss, not only in a sporting sense, but as a person when she leaves for high school in a couple of weeks' time. The winner of the first Girls Sports Personality of the Year award is very, very well deserved for Ella Farrell. Ella, well done. Really well done, Ella. You should be really proud of this. And I'll come and give this to you in a couple of days' time. Ella, well done. Good girl. Our second Girls Sports Personality of the Year, and I've just realised I could have carried on after Ella's award there, couldn't I, really? But the second girl that we've chosen is, again, somebody who has immersed themselves in pretty much every type of sport that she could have done so through her time here at St James's. She's been one of the girls on the football team, as was Ella, actually. I didn't mention this about Ella. And Ella scored the first goal for the Year 6 girls football team this year. So well done, Ella, for that. I didn't mention that in your little video there. So this girl has also done that with Ella and been part of that Year 6 girls football team. And again, has been a big attender at netball and also at cross country as well. All three of the main clubs that we were able to run for Year 6 this year. And before that, in Year 5 and below, again, somebody who would turn up to do absolutely anything. Another person with a brilliant attitude, does a lot of sport outside of school as well, and brings that ability and talent and help that she can give to others into school. She was also one of the main Year 5 girls to take part in the dance festival last year. That was a mix of Year 5 and Year 6. Obviously, there was a lot of Year 6s in there, but this girl at the time in Year 5 was a huge part of that performance as well, a very talented dancer. I could say exactly the same that I've said about Zach and about Ella already. A person I'll miss a lot, a person with a great attitude, a lot of ability in sports, and that I really hope will carry it on in St Peter's. I know she will. Well done to Fen Garrity Hyam, the other second girl winner of the Sports Personality of the Year award. So well done again, Fen. You should be very, very proud of that. Very well deserved. Well done. So that concludes our fourth awards evening. As I say, hopefully our second and last virtual one. And I'm really looking forward to next year being able to do this face to face and having people back in a venue and doing this properly. Thanks, everybody. Children, thank you for your understanding that Year 6 especially, that your last couple of years in school perhaps haven't been the best in terms of a sporting offer that we would normally get at St James's. I'm genuinely gutted for you when I say that, because it's a big part of what we do, a big part of what I do at school, and I've really missed doing that with you. And I know you understand why, and you've been very, very good about it. So children, thank you for understanding that we've missed out on some things. Grown-ups at home, thank you to you as well for, again, understanding the situation and for understanding that when we do choose teams, we have to make some very difficult selection decisions. We can't choose everybody for a team. And I know you understand that, so thank you again. Hopefully those opportunities will increase when your child is in their next year group, if they're in years reception to Year 5. Other staff at school, I won't mention them by name in case I miss somebody out. But thank you to those people who've helped to run other clubs and teams throughout the year and will continue to do so next year. And finally, have a lovely summer holiday, everybody. And as I say, hopefully from a sporting point of view, come September, we can get back to some sort of normality. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon.